Today we are going to know about the nature of movement. The nature of movement depends on three important interacting factors. First is the individual, then is the task, and the environment. So let's look into them one by one. Individual. Three systems within the individual controls how the movement is performed. These are the motor action systems, the sensory perceptual system, and the cognitive system. Now, the motor system involves the neuromuscular and biomechanical systems, which involves muscles and the joints, which help in the coordinated action and is responsible for choosing a certain pattern of movement available from the range of degrees of freedom. It's like choosing the best route to reach a destination efficiently. Then comes the sensory perceptual system, which is responsible for integration of sensory impressions. So, integrating the sensory information available from the environment to know information about the position of different parts of our body in space is the work of the sensory or perceptual system. Cognitive systems involve the higher centers like cerebrum, which is responsible for analyzing the goal of the movement. Task. Neural organization depends on the task being performed. What does it mean? It means that difficult or challenging tasks are tasks that require constant input and requires constantly changing adaptive movement strategies so that the output moment is adequate to finish a task. And tasks that are easy are relatively less dependent on the constant sensory input. So let's see what are the different types of tasks. There are discrete and continuous tasks. Now, discrete tasks are tasks which has a beginning and an end. Example, kicking a ball. Continuous tasks, on the other hand, are tasks which has an end, but that end is decided arbitrarily by the performer. Example, you run as long as you want to run, and then you stop. Then there is closed versus open tasks. Closed tasks are tasks which are formed under a fixed or a predictable environment. Open tasks are tasks which have unpredictable or constantly changing environment. Example, playing a football in the field. Stability versus mobility tasks. Stability tasks are those which have a non-moving base of support. Example, sitting or standing. Mobility tasks are those which has a moving base of support, like walking or running. Then there is manipulation versus non-manipulation tasks. A manipulation task involves the movement of the upper extremity. Here is an example of combining two task attributes, closed versus open and stability versus mobility. Closed, which is a predictable environment under stability, has activities like sitting or standing in a non-moving surface. Example, independent sitting at edge of bed. Closed tasks under mobility would be walking in a non-moving surface. Example, walking in the parallel bar. Open task under stability would be sitting on a foam or a rockboard. Open task under mobility would be walking on an uneven surface, like walking on a sloppy road. These attributes, when understood, can be used to devise progression of tasks that is being practiced. For example, here, these tasks could be performed in the order of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Within a clinical setting, tasks are broadly grouped into functional categories such as bed mobility tasks, activities of daily living, and instrumental activities of daily living. Environment. It has two attributes, regulatory and non regulatory. Regulatory attributes are aspects of the environment that shape the movement itself, like size, shape, and weight of the cup that needs to be lifted, or the surfaces which we walk on. Non regulatory are those features that affect the performance, but the movement does not have to conform to these. Example, background noise or presence of distraction. Here is the simple flow chart that summarizes the whole video today. References are there in the description below. In the upcoming videos, let's explore the values of theories and the theories of motor control.